Hey everybody, long time no see. Today is December 13th, 2025, and I am back with another language learning log. This week has been wildly busy for me as a lot of work stuff is wrapping up for me, season ends, deadlines, et al, etc. But I luckily was able to maintain consistency despite all the craziness, and I think overall I am really proud of myself for what I've accomplished up to this point, despite how the hurdles and everything I had to get to. Let's dive right into the log though. This week was much of the same, review primarily in vocab, a few more episodes of Shirokuma Cafe, and I found a new manga after finishing Okuria Vanagrad. This one is called Dead Rock. It's really fun so far, and I'm just kind of taking it in. Basically, a dark god of the underworld wants to invade the human world, and so he needs to weed out 999 of the strongest demons for his army. Well, he makes a big school academy in a castle called Dead Rock, and you follow the protagonist, a black dragon who I forgot the name of, and a bunch of other wacky characters as they try to pass the exams with the ultimate goal of the main character to be wanting to kill the dark god. We're not 100% sure why either, or at least I'm not, but he's pretty set on it. Anyways, this isn't a review channel, but I highly recommend that you guys go ahead and check it out. The art style is amazing, and it's just been an overall fun read so far. I'm only on chapter 3 though, so, you know, things change. I don't know. Anyways, on to other activities. I've been going through with the Japanese verb conjugation practice tool. I think I'm doing pretty good there. I got my score up to 25, which was a 3 or 5 increase from the prior week, which is still dope. This also was with a new conjugation type. So I wasn't just still conjugating the same set, I also had moved on to now learning what the volitional verb conjugation type is. To keep a long story short, volitional verb conjugations are meant to provide almost like a invitation or like voluntary option of whatever verb you're doing, right? And depending on if it's a Godon or Ichidan verb, you should conjugate it with either the O form of the verb followed by U, or if it's in Ichidan, yo. And if you want to conjugate it politely, for Godon verbs, you conjugate it to the E form of the verb and then masho, and, you know, Ichidan masho on its own. Next, I did go ahead and look more into my pitch practice, continue to work on that and aiming for improvement. To my surprise, let me just give you the averages and we'll kind of continue from there. Overall, I'm sitting at a 54%, which is a 3.8% increase to last week's average. My Odaka percentage is sitting at a 85.85, which is a 6.66% increase. My Atamadaka percentage is sitting at a 48%, which is actually a 2% decrease. And my Nakadaka, which is at a 58.14. This was the hugest increase, sitting at a 12.14%. So, yeah, as you can see, we're going up. In terms of overall average, that is great. We are at a 3% increase, but God, do I struggle with Atamadaka. I genuinely have days where I will get like an insane like score of like 72 or 80 in a category, and I'm like, Rah! And then other days I'm just like sucking major butt. I'm just blowing chunks. It's crazy. And friends and family who are helping me, they're basically telling me that I probably have to do just more listening and shadowing to get more used to it. But I digress. Anyways, I want to go ahead and move on to our favorite portion of which is the Japanese speaking.
俺の仕事は忙しかった。もっと問題がありました。そして胸がちょっと痛いです。でも旅行は日本で楽しみます。その思想は心が落ち着きます。
I generally am not sure what really constitutes as a paragraph in Japanese. Punctuation and grammatical structure are obviously different. So I'd like to think that I wrote a pretty okay sized paragraph. That also made sense just now. Anyways, you know what to do. Check for the translation down below, and then also your thoughts. Now, what I'm planning this next week, I think I want to do more listening and shadowing. I've been doing a lot of vocab and review stuff primarily, which is good, but I don't think I'm getting enough auditory input, and it shows with my overall pitch accent scores only improving by a few percent, despite having been working on this for a week at this point. And going forward, I'm generally going to try watching more programming and kind of more just having general Japanese in my presence in my off time. Additionally, and this is more of a crazy thought that I've been thinking of, but I think it will help me with my output and getting more use in terms of speaking Japanese. I'm going to try when I'm like walking around and I'm doing stuff and I'm kind of going through the motions of my day. If I look at an object, I'll go like pen ga aru, or I go to the kitchen to get a snack and I'm like dai dokoro. Little stuff to normalize vocab and get me used to saying phrases and stuff. The squad is probably going to clown on me, but sometimes you can't let others stop you from doing what you love. I mean, honestly, aside from that, continuing reading, as it's the best for me in terms of grammatical studies, as comics give me a direct visualizer for vocabulary phrases, but also with particles specifically, those aren't really a general thing that I can like look at and go like, ni, de, wa. So, you know, continuing to read and familiarize myself with the natural ways of speaking via comics and stuff is a good thing. Continued usage of Anki, Kotu, and the conjugation practitioner. And of course, continuing to learn one new grammar topic per week. I want to go ahead and thank you guys again for tuning in and letting me speak to you. Please feel free to comment how I did and your thoughts down below. I had a lovely conversation last video with a viewer and enjoyed hearing from you guys. If you like what you see or see any of the mentioned material in the video or description useful, drop a like and follow, and I will see you guys next time. Mata kimasu.